Welcome, everybody. This is Two People on a Podcast. This is probably the only podcast you thought you never needed. Today, by the grace and glory of God, I have...
Justin Wallace.
What are we here to do today? What's today, honestly? Today would be Sunday.
Today would be Sunday.
It's like today would be Sunday, and it's the Lord's Day. So we're just going to get to know him a little bit more. He also is a budding artist, a Christian pop and rock artist. Can we get an applause for that? Give me 1 second. Loud as fuck. So we're just going to get to know a little bit more about him and just see the kind of progress he wants to make, where he wants to go, and what he wants to do in the industry. We know your name's Justin.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? How did you grow up? What schools did you go to? Like, what was your early life and how you started out?
I grew up in Covington, like northern Kentucky. Yeah.
Just me too. I'm from Covington, and I went to a bunch of schools. How do you think growing up in Covington played a role in the type of person that you grew up to be in your next stage of life? Not necessarily now, but when we were like adolescent teenagers.
Well, I've seen a lot of things in Covington. I mean, it's not the most...
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground, yeah. It's not the most, like, savage city out there that there is, but it definitely has its parts. Like,
I said we're getting up there.
yeah.
We're getting up there. I mean, we're not like having school shootings, but
Yeah.
we're and I said like I never think that's gonna happen here, like in our, not to go off topic, but that's never gonna happen here in our like Northern Kentucky, Greater Cincinnati area, because we're not going for that.
Right.
You're not. Who's about to come up in the school and start shooting?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's it. No. Instrumental growing up to. I grew up fast because we had to be grown.
Yeah, you
like we
had
were
to,
going
yeah.
to where we were walking. We could ride our bikes, but we were while riding my bike. I'm like, I'm basically like 50.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot in Covington. Like I said, it's not. I have much love for Covington. That's where I'm
I do.
from.
That's what I was born and raised.
You're
So
born and raised there, but like, I don't want to be in Covington. I want to be on the outer.
I moved up a little bit to the top. I went black or biracial. I'm biracial also, black and white. My mom's white. My dad's black. That's a whole separate culture inside of black culture. For me in Covington, in was different than going to Scott, but in Covington, I didn't really have a problem.
Definitely not.
When I went away to different places, I have a problem. So, do you feel like you faced that same like culture, subculture problem from dealing with? It's inevitably like half of our race. Like they're half of us. My grandparents are white. So.
Definitely. Yeah, I've definitely experienced that, especially going to like some of these suburban schools, man. Yep. You know, you got your black people and you got your light skins, but like,
what's the Dixies mascot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you.
And I don't care because I'll leave it in because I don't get to that school. I did not get to that school.
Yeah, forget Dixie, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
No, so
there's not just one specific school that I went to.
I was at Holmes and then Scott, but I went to like Two Rivers, John G.
Okay.
I
went to John G. I went to Newport, Bellevue, Oak Hills, and Ohio. I went to Dixie, and that's about. And I also went to Holmes too.
Yeah, Holmes for me when I started Holmes. I think I started in 8th grade, so we came in like fresh out of Two Rivers Middle School, and we went straight to like the big dogs at. It was like seniors and juniors. I'm like, oh, here we go, because now we're in French with the 12th grader, like type shit. Growing up in high school, I realized that there are levels of economic wealth because
there's levels
you can be the richest broke person,
right?
But then you come along and you go see the brokest rich person. Two different things. It's like that's a BMW. I'm driving a Grand Jeep Cherokee. I can't be mad that I have a car, but damn, they're only like 17 and they got a brand new Benz.
brand
growing
new.
up with that and growing up in the area, what made you kind of want to like um, jump into the artistry pool and I guess not jump into the artistry pool, but showcase your artistry that I guess you didn't act on before, but then you felt more comfortable coming out with that and then like showing everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was younger, like say 16, 17, I was doing like the same type of music that you would hear
Right.
normally, and I was doing pretty good with it. You know, I was getting shows, I had views coming up, and just inside of me, it didn't sit right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to.
Oh, we'll talk about the music industry. That's a question that's gonna come up because yeah, but yeah,
Like I want to make music to where, let's say you have a son or a daughter, and she's blaring it in her room, and her parents come in. I want her to be able to turn it up instead of turning it down.
yeah, yeah, and I totally understand because I'm like the music. We'll talk about that. That's a question like that in any line of music that there's a balance between the races in music.
Um, it could definitely be. I haven't really had much thought on it.
That's the good question, Zane.
I haven't had much thought on it really. I mean, I couldn't. I really.
It's look. That's the good question.
Yeah.
I just think that they appeal to different people because just different people like different types of
Right.
music. So I feel like maybe Christian rap is more if there is a Christian. Okay, I was watching Praise This. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't.
You need to go. Everybody go on Peacock and watch Praise This. They're I was like, it was kind of God because I'm like, I watched it. I wish I could push this away, but I watched it, and then we had an interview. But I'm like, when I seen it, I'm like, all right, like they're on there singing rap songs. It's Megan Thee Stallion, but it's like all for Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
And when I say I was, Drewski's in it, Chloe Bailey's in it. I think it's Issa Rae is in it, and as being a black person, like when I saw it, I'm like, it's cool to see that hip hop can still be like it doesn't. They weren't cussing because they
Right,
were on
yeah.
there. They were on there they were on there going to church, and I'm like, I'll just say this before you do yours. It doesn't make me mad, but sometimes I'm just like, if one of us wins, all of us win,
Right.
because it's not about the singular person. It's not about if I become the next hot thing or if you become the next. For me, it's a bigger picture because I'm trying to show everybody that the kids that are under us, they can do it too. That are just
Right,
like. So,
yeah.
do you think that people should show more support to local artists and local people than on a grand scale because then people are already famous?
Yeah, I believe so. I feel like, yeah, because we're trying to represent our home city, man. Like
Make it hard, like dang.
yeah, like you want to go listen to someone from New York that you never even met.
Why are you listening
yeah,
to Cardi B? She's already famous.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
why?
Yeah, listen to Justin Wallace. He's gonna
At Justin Wallace.
at Justin Wallace.
Official. I was like, that's what it is. Justin Wallace official.
Justin Wallace official.
I think that you can save just like at least one person with the type of music that you give out to take them from that side because we know about that side real bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm already on this side.
Like when I write my songs, it's me writing them songs, but it's God that's working through me to write these
Vessel.
songs. Like every song that I wrote it when I was going through something.
And that's real because
That's
that means
real, yeah.
that means you looked to the positive,
Yeah.
versus like
Yeah.
looking on the negative side.
So everything, every emotion, every problem that I was going through, I put in my songs. And I believe especially nowadays, the generation, man, I feel like this is something that they need. They just don't know it, but they need it. This is something that leads to life. That doesn't. I mean, we're all gonna die, but
We need
we'll
to be saved.
You need to be saved. Facts. for
That's
sure.
all. I mean, I know enough to know that,
Facts. You gotta get the spirit, man, because the spirit leads to life.
and that's on Bible.
It's on
Look,
Bible.
I'm gonna keep saying.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
And I think he makes that music. We don't say his name on this channel and in real life because I feel like he comes when you say his name like Voldemort. He might pop up on me too. Outside the window with a wand. But I feel like you could. That's what I'm like. I feel like you can tell the difference between the music because, definitely. Like the symbolisms, I mean, I feel like you don't say things you don't want to come to you. So just all the symbols, all the animal stuff, all the weirdness going on. I feel like even if somebody doesn't believe that that's not real, why are you even watching that? Because that's what I'm saying. That's weird.
Like, you're a young kid and you grow up listening to all that stuff. Like, that's gonna take a toll on you later on. Then
where we're from, I'm like, we already want to fight.
Right. Like,
so then you're putting that type of music for me when that, like, I was like, it was all bad because all that it's selling drugs and I'm like, between Cincinnati and us and like it was just all bad because I'm like, I don't think we should have been listening to none of that we were listening to.
Definitely, like you could be going through something, man, and then you turn on one of those songs on the radio and like
I said,
and like what's that like? Is that gonna make you want to better yourself, or is that really gonna make you just want to keep doing wrong?
You know what I'm feeling you? I'm like, bro, like shout out to all them that done some of their songs, but the normal ones of us, we're not. I think it only because, like I said, for me, when I listen to your music today, it doesn't matter about the music to me. If the melody or the song it hits my brain, I like it automatically.
I am a sucker for melodies.
I like Fireflies, that song. Like I like 303. Like I like all types of music. So even on the coin flip of the other side, they're real good at just like drilling melodies into your head, and like just the like the work behind it. I'm like, that's already programmed. You want to be ratchet, like they portray a message that's not like conducive to living in reality. Because when you listen to their music, it's about sex, drugs, like money. The normal person, we don't like. I don't do Molly on a Wednesday. I got stuff to do. So, do you think that they're like portraying a message that's not like like we can't? That's not reality to us.
Yeah. I believe definitely some of them are definitely doing that. I mean, let's just be honest. Like you said, you're not taking Molly every Wednesday.
Bro, like, I'm not jumping on Ferraris and breaking the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, I think it's just more of a brainwash thing, to brainwash you, to make you think like, oh, this is the life that they're living. I want to live that life just like them because they're taught like the 5 things that everybody raps about is money, guns, drugs, power, and women. And like
all the time.
Kids growing up nowadays, especially being so young, you listen to all them 5 categories, you're gonna, you're gonna start living for this world. You're gonna want those things.
6-year-olds are grown now.
I know.
Like
iPhone 12s and everything.
Bro,
man.
Some of them have better phones than me, and I'm like, I mean, all right, like if your mom can afford that, cool. But when I was growing up, I didn't even have a phone. We had MySpace or we had a computer, and then if we had a phone, if our mom was cool enough to buy us a phone, we had to get minute cards. So it was not just no unlimited text, and you only text the people that you like.
And you had the phones with the buttons on it. You know what I mean? Like that was a struggle to text on that thing.
Well, just don't let your children listen to all that Ice Spice stuff.
No, it's not worth it.
I'd rather them listen to like Disney Channel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with the listening to our music. Like we're listening to the same. Our music is their music right now with their kids. So then, what are we always going to be listening to the same music? Because they'll know Beyonce and Beyonce like, and that's
and it's like the world really doesn't want Christian music to be a big thing. Like
we know why.
Yeah, we
know why. And they say like go to church. But I'm saying they're only saying that because it rhymes with the last thing that they just said. They said go to work and then go to church. I said you didn't even care about that.
Like, you don't make it like go to work and then go to church. Like What are you talking about, bro? You absolutely make no sense.
You know you don't go to church.
You know it. You know you don't.
Do you think that your music and your message for you will always stay clear no matter of like what any obstacle you face?
Take a step day by day, and I pray that I hope to God it does. But like right now where I'm at, yeah, I'm diving full in, you know, because like I said, I did a concert, you know, in Cincinnati, Ohio, and amazing, talented artists. Like every single one of them were great, you know, but a lot of it sounds the same.
Were they whining?
Yeah, there's rappers.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, because
if you're gonna do Christian rap, right? I wouldn't call it Christian rap if you're not putting scriptures in it. If you're talking more about me and I and me and I got this and I got that,
you're not giving it up to him.
Like, how is that really gonna help somebody that's going through something? Like in my song, Yes, I've Changed. You know, I said not the same. I said, yes, I've changed. I'm not the same as yesterday. I'm talking about me, but I'm talking about how God has changed me, and that's what's gonna separate real Christian artists from non-Christian artists. You know, like where's your, like, I hear Christian artists now, especially especially on TikTok and stuff, man. I hear all the time that stuff, and it's like I listen to their songs and I'm like, your song's catchy, dog, but like, is it gonna bring me peace? You know, if I'm sad, like someone close to me just died, like, am I gonna turn to your song and is it gonna heal me?
I was gonna say TikTok is usually for you know who, so we know it's probably that's a lot of me. I mean.
That's so true. Yeah. So like you're like we gotta glorify God with it, man, and like
them type of people only glorify themselves.
Exactly. Jesus was walking with the cross, right, to get crucified. Sadly, yeah.
Ow.
That's a man. Like, I don't think I could take on that. That's a man.
I said he definitely was the chosen one.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
Yes. So like, we want to give up sometimes, but when Jesus had the cross and he was walking, fell probably 8, 9, 10 times.
Bro, they was throwing shit at him. They was whipping him. Like,
but did he give up? And he knew what was coming. Like, he knew. He even went to the Father and asked him to take this cup from me. But he said, if it's your will, let it be done. So, like, that's a man. That's a man to look up to right there. Like,
there will never be ever built another one.
Oh, yeah.
There will never be built another one. They think it was bad. Now, I said, imagine your whole city being turned to salt. Yeah. And then maybe you'd be real. Then you would think about it.
Everybody, and maybe turn into stone and stuff.
Turn around if you want to.
Yeah, turn around. Go ahead.
Boom.
You done for
I don't.
Yeah.
But people. For me, people can say that they're just stories, but I mean, why would you not believe if you don't believe anything else? If you believe in an alien, you better believe in God.
What I'm saying.
If you believe, oh my God, there's Bigfoot running around, why don't you believe in God?
Yeah, Bigfoot's running around. Who made Bigfoot? You know, like,
who is Bigfoot and where does he come from?
Like, a lot of people mistake is like, we go through all these things. There's a reason why we go through all these things, but we're not gonna go like I've been set free, but what it means to be set free is not that I'm not gonna battle with things. I'm always gonna battle with things. It just means that I have a choice.
Yep.
Like, the burden's taken off of me to where, like, I'm not a slave to that. You know what?
Preach.
You want to smoke a blunt? I'm all right. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna read the Bible. You know, I'm cool. You know, so like, I've been set free. So, like, I have a choice now. All are called, few are chosen.
It's always a battle. You always have a choice.
A battle.
But I feel like that he probably does win a lot of the times because people do what thou wilt. That's his thing.
I mean, look. He might be winning right now, but in the end, he gonna get crushed by the Lord.
He's only winning here. He said
he's
only here. He's not. He don't win everywhere.
He gonna get defeated, man, and he gonna get defeated. Bad, like the worst defeat you could ever.
That's on Bible.
That's Bible.
In the Bible.
He's going. It's never too late, you know. But there's gonna come a time where the trumpets are gonna be blown and Jesus is gonna come, and
I mean, I feel like he said in that book that like a river was going to dry up, and
it's already starting to dry.
I'm not playing those games.
Nah.
Like, do you think holy music can save the industry now, or do we just need to wait for the reset?
I think that I absolutely believe. I believe that, but all are called, few are chosen. So like you'll have you can pray all you want, you can do this and that, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have to choose. You know, God's a gentleman. He's not gonna force himself. He's not gonna be like, "Come walk with me, let's go now." Like he's gonna give you a choice.
Do you want to come or not?
Yeah, like
if you don't, you're gonna stay down there and look.
And you don't come, and he comes back. Not saying you're not gonna get saved, but you might die for what you believe in.
As long as I have a relationship with God, that's me and God. Like I don't have to answer to nobody.
Nobody, yeah.
But Jesus, Christ Himself, and His Father God. That's it.
It's through faith a righteous person has life, man. You know, see, that's the thing. It's like I don't have nothing towards people who like other people. Like I have nothing towards. And God doesn't hate you. You know, like, and it makes no sense because people would be so bad to bash somebody like that, right? But it's like it says in the Bible that no sin's above another, right? So you doing that is the same thing as me opening up that bottle and drinking it.
Somebody's over here cheating on their wife.
The same thing. You know, you're not going to be judged harsher for that. The only sin you can't be forgiven for is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. It's the only thing.
There's a whole music industry. We must know where they're going because they're not going up.
Man.
They are not going all the way up. My connection with God is my connection with God, so it can be whatever I want it to be. I can talk to him whenever I want to talk to him. I don't have to. It doesn't have to be a specific thing because your relationship is unique to each person.
So that's totally like when people ask me like they're like, "Oh, what religion are you?" And I'm like, "I'm not religious, man. I'm Christianity." And it's like, "Isn't that a religion?" I'm like, "No, it's a relationship. I don't have do's and don'ts. I know I'm gonna mess up. I'm not perfect. You know, thou shalt obey their mother and father, bro. I've gotten arguments with my mom. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? But I have that relationship with God and with Christ, and I accepted him into my life. And that's what a Christianity is, knowing that you're going to mess up, but knowing that Jesus is there to pick you back up and help you walk again. And
Bible.
Your
either favorite scripture, the one that means the most to you, or just one for the viewers, or one that would resonate, any of the above.
I'd say John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whoever shall believe shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Believe it and receive it. In the
On
name
Bible.
of Jesus. On Bible. You know the vibes. Come on. Believe it, receive it.
Believe and receive it, and that's on Bible.
That's on Bible.
That's all we got today. I want to thank Justin for coming today to our undisclosed
location.
I
appreciate it.
And talking about Jesus and praising Jesus, because we know we all need it. If you watch this, you know you need Jesus. If you watched all the ones before this, you know you need Jesus Christ to save your life.
And there's still time to be saved, man. There's still time to be saved.
You heard the man, and that will be it on Two People on the Podcast. Catch you later.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, we're done. Cheers.
Cheers.
I might keep probably half of that in where I was like